bright, cameras ready to go, scripts are all in sight, it's time to steal the show. Voice checks, 1, 2, 3, tech team on the run. Nervous, but so free, broadcast under the sun. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon. Notes and paper spread, viewers on standby. All the words we said, aiming for the sky. Dreams taking flight with each electric beat, rising to the height, hearts feel the heat. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon. Dreams taking flight with each electric beat, rising to the height, hearts feel the heat. Countdown to the room, we're dancing to the tune. Excitement's in the bloom, the stream is starting soon.
The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School. KVX Media.
Hello and welcome to the Division I Big Island Interscholastic Federation Championship Baseball game. Today we have the Waiakea Warriors against the Kamehameha Schools Hawaiʻi Campus Warriors. Today we are going to have a good matchup. Kamehameha Hawaiʻi Campus is coming in with 11 wins, no losses, and 1 tie, while Waiakea is coming in off a big victory against Hilo High of 11-1 with a record of 6 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Now, this is the championship game for the Division I. Earlier today, we did have the championship game for the Division II, with Pahoa coming out victorious with 6 runs against Honoka'a, who had 1 run. So the visitors for this game is Waiakea, with the Kamehameha being the home team. Today should be a good matchup. We have the Warriors versus the Warriors. For those who may be confused, just like I am a little bit, Waiakea are the Warriors who are wearing white pants, and Kamehameha are the Warriors wearing pinstripe pants. That is how I will be keeping track of them in case you are also losing track with the Warrior things. So we are getting ready to start this game. Now, pitching for Kamehameha, we have number 10, Shiloh Santos, who is currently coming in with an ERA of 1.74 after 24.2 innings of pitching this year. His catcher is number 15, Iokepa Martinez. So that is the battery for Waiakea. I'm sorry, for Kamehameha. Now, for Waiakea, our first batter will be number 10, Jesse Inoue. Our second batter, number 2, Tayson Tamiya. And third batter, number 5, Ivor Brooks. So right now, Waiakea is trying to defeat Kamehameha, who has maintained first place throughout the season, while Waiakea and Hilo High have been switching back and forth between second and third place. So they're trying to show what they can do this game, because when it comes down to it, it is up to these 7 innings to determine who will walk away with the championship. So up first for Waiakea, we have number 10, Jesse Inoue, who is coming in with a .438 batting average so far this season. So here we go with the first pitch of this game. And there is the Hawaiian Airlines plane to start us off. We are starting with a hard hit, a slight bobble by third baseman, but is able to make the play in time for the first out of the game. So that's showing that Waiakea is coming into this game being aggressive, understanding that they have lost the past 2 Kamehameha, so they need to come forward with the best that they can today. We have our strike here against number 2, Tayson Tamiya. Tayson is coming in with a .278 batting average. Another strike being called. 0-2 count to the batter. Ball in the outside corner. With the being ahead in the count, has some wiggle room in order to try to get the Waiakea Warriors to go swing off something that is not the best to hit. Ball called in the outside corner. Two and two count. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. Up next for the Waiakea Warriors, we have number 5, Ivor Brooks. First pitch. Ball called on the outside. Swing and a miss for the first strike to the batter. It hit just past the shortstop, making its way into center fielder for the first hit of the game. That was brought in by number 3, Kamakaili, who was able to keep the runner from advancing to second base by making sure the ball stayed in front of him. That was a good attempt there by number 1, Brock Auden, who did lay out for the ball, but unfortunately it was just out of his reach. So we are looking at 2 outs with a runner on first base. Ball is blocked by the catcher. Unfortunately, he did lose it because it bounced up and hit the batter. But the batter was inside the box, so he was out of play. Therefore, the ball was not going to mark him out for interference. And the runner is able to advance on an error by the catcher. Right now, batting is number 9, Logan Doran. Oh, sorry, number 14, Base Kobayashi. We're looking at a 1-1 count. So we have an attempt made by the pitcher to pick off the runner at second, but it is not in time. To left center field, and it is in the gap, going up against the fence, fielded by number 12 to bring it in, hits his cut, and stops the runner at second. First run is scored by Waiakea off of that hit. So that was a double marked for number 14, Base Kobayashi. That was a good field there by number 12, Keegan Pacheco, who was able to get the ball in quickly and hit his cut in order to stop the runner from advancing to third base. So we're looking at 2 outs, runner on second. Up now is Logan Duran. Sorry, I apologize again. The lineup I was given is incorrect. Number 21, Clemson Julian. Strike called. Nice block by the catcher. Number 15, Iokepa Martinez, able to keep the ball in front to prevent the runner from advancing to third. Ball called, 3-1 count. With 2 outs, the runner on second. The pitcher either puts the runner on base, causing a forced play to occur, or is able to cause the batter to swing and miss, or hit a ball that his defense is able to field. It hit something, allowing it to bounce right over the first baseman's head. So that counts as a hit. Going down that line for a single right there. But it must have hit something in the grass in order to cause it to have that high bounce. But he's able to bring the ball in fast enough to keep the runner at first base, which is a forced play base. So we're currently looking at number 18, Gerald Alston. Fly ball, looks like it's on the right field side. Starting off with 1 strike. Ball called, 1-1. Ball called in the outside corner. 2-1 count. Pick attempt, but luckily the first baseman is able to grab onto that. It was a little low, and we do seem to have time being called on the field by the coach. So Waiakea is showing right now that they are going to be aggressive throughout this game. Now when they see a good pitch, they are jumping on it in order to make sure that when they see the pitch they like, they attack it, which seems to show the experience of having played Kamehameha a few times, because they have seen the pitchers before, especially when you consider the fact that this is the pitcher, Shiloh Santos, has had 24 innings of pitching this year, so they've seen him probably for one game, so they've already understood what to expect for him, and they've practiced and prepared for that. That's a disadvantage of having a few less games than everybody else, is that once you know your team, the other team, you know what to expect, and you can train for that. So here we go with a 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Ball called in the outside corner, 3-1. Strike is called, full count. So the full count and 2 outs, this runner at first is probably going on the pitch, because regardless, they're going to be moving on whatever the pitch is. Either their batter's going to strike out, they're going to hit, or they're going to walk. And we have a walk. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Currently batting is number 22, Tyson Baruela. Now he's coming in with a pretty hefty batting average of .435. So that means 4 out of 9 times he's able to get on base. Attacking that first pitch again. So we see right now that Waiakea is being aggressive at going after any pitch that they see that they like. So we have a fall ball. One count. Ball caught on the outside corner. One pitch. Time is called by the batter. Okay, we see a tap of the pitcher to get the runner to return. One and one is the count. Fall ball straight back into the net. 1-2 count. So we have 2 outs, runner on first and second. Pitch coming in. And we have a hit going into shortstop for the catch to end the inning. So at the end of that inning, we have 2 runs scored by Waiakea after having 3 hits with 2 runners left on base. So now it's up to Kamehameha to return the favor and try their best to respond to those 2 runs. Okay, we are coming into the bottom of the first inning, and the sun has begun to set, so the lights are turning on, and it is completely changing how the game will work. Because when it comes down to it, night games and day games are drastically different. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts, but they're very different. So right up now, pitching for Waiakea, we have Logan Doran. who is coming in with a 1.04 pitching average. Batting for Kamehameha is number 7, Justin Kubojiri. And we are starting off with a hit by pitch. Now, for those who were here earlier in the day, we had quite a few of those during the last game. And as you can even see, he is someone who anticipates it because he does set up on the line. So if you look at that, like, he is very close to the line. Now, he did get hit in the leg, which you can see was inside the box. But if his knee crosses over into the plate and he gets hit in the knee, then that means that you are, like, it can be counted as a strike. But he was in the batter's box, so it is an official B. So coming up to bat now, we have number 11, Braden Gomes, with a fake bunt. So no outs, runner on 1. So 2 balls on the count. Another fake bunt attempt. So we currently have 3 balls, no strikes. Now, are they going to have the runner, have the batter take one in order to see like what the pitcher tries, or are they going to be aggressive? We see Waiakea is going with an aggressive game. Will Kamehameha do the same? So we did take one. We have a 3-1 count. Foul ball on the right field side. Count is full with no outs. And that is ball 4. So currently we have runners on first and second with no outs. Up to bat, we have number 5, Noah Palea. Ball in the outside corner. So we are having a mound conference with the Waiakea coach calling in the players. So it is the first inning and both teams have used one of their conferences. Probably having a conversation about the gameplay for the next upcoming batter, because when it comes down to it, Noah Palea is coming in with a 375 batting average, and after him you have Keegan Pacheco, who has a 333 batting average. So the next 3 batters are coming in with pretty high batting averages, so making sure that they are throwing smart to the batter in order to ensure that they are not throwing within their wheelhouse of zones, in order to make sure that they are successful and able to keep them from scoring. Now with no outs, it comes down to making the best play at that time. If you're in the middles, you're going to go for a double play. If you're at third, you're going to go for a touch 3 at first base. It really comes down to what is the best move at this. We are only in the first inning, and there is a lot of game to play. Swing and a miss for the for the second pitch's batter. We have a bunt that is popped up and caught by the catcher. No plays to be made, so no runners advance. That was a nice catch there by number 22, Kamo Pasi, wrong 22, Tyson Barella. I apologize for my mistakes. That was a great play there to read the ball and able to get an advance on the ball in order to catch it. Unfortunately, there was no play to be had for a tag up, but they're still able to get that first out that they needed. First strike is called on the outside corner. So this is number 12, Kevin Pacheco, coming in with a .333 batting average. Ball on the inside corner for a ball. Strike called on the outside corner, 1-2 count. Ball at the plate. 2-2 count on the batter. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat now, number 3, Kamakaili. First pitch with 2 outs. We had a fake bunt attempt. On 1 is the count. And they are able to pick off the runner stealing third. So that means that number 3, Kamakaili, will be returning to the plate next inning. But the Waiakea Warriors are able to hold them off from scoring in that inning with no hits and no runs. So coming up for Waiakea, we have number 1, Kaisen Honda. So at the end of 1 inning, we have the Waiakea Warriors with 2 runs and Kamehameha Warriors with 0. But we have a long way to go with this game, so anything can happen. Both teams hopefully will be making sure that they keep it strong and keep fighting the entire game. So So here we go, starting this top of the second inning right now. Once again, on the mound is number 10, Shiloh Santos. Up to bat number 1, Kaisen Honda. Strike call for the first pitch. We have a fly ball down the right field line, but it does appear to be out of bounds. So we do have a strike. Ball is called off on the outside of the plate. Time is called by the batter. So right now we have a 1-2 count. First batter of the inning, bases empty, no outs. And Waiakea has been pretty aggressive so far after the one inning. So we'll see if they keep up that momentum. Ball called in the outside corner. It's also pretty early in the game. So for a lot of batters, they're still learning the umpire's strike zone. Seeing what pitches he likes, what he doesn't like, so they can adjust their own strike zone to see what they need to swing at and what they can let go. We have a hit. It looks like it's short to second base, and it is caught by number 7, Justin Kubojiri, for the first out of the game. Now batting, number 4, Hurley Sue. We have a hit to shortstop. It is fielded cleanly, and it is picked up by first baseman. That was a great stop by first baseman, number 5, Noah Palea, and digging that ball in order to get the out. So that was a ball thrown by number 1, Brock Ayudan, and received by number 5 for the second out of the inning. We're now back at the top of the lineup, starting it off with number 10, Jesse Inoue. Last time he hit the ball to third base. Ball called in the outside corner. Ball called high. 2 balls, 0 strikes. We have a soft hit once again down third base line, but no play is made. He is able to advance on a hit to third base. It was just slow enough that there was not enough momentum for the third baseman to pick it up and throw to first base. So up next, second batter, number 2, Tayson Tamiya. Last time up to bat did strike out, hoping to change that this time. First pitch to the batter is a ball. He did check, but they checked with third base, and they are calling that it was not a swing. Currently 1-0 to the batter. We're looking to see what they're planning to do. Attempt to pick off at first, unfortunately not in time, so the runner is safe at first. Batter currently has 1 ball, no strikes on them. We have a steal attempt, ball is thrown, but not in time. So we have a stolen base done by number 10, Jesse Inoue. Time called by the pitcher. Currently 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. We have a hard hit down the right field line, and it is caught by the Kamehameha right fielder, number 30, Kaiko Nobriga. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. With that, Waiakea scores no runs with 1 hit. Coming up to bat for Kamehameha is number 3, Kamakaili, who was last up to bat in last inning. However, due to the pickoff at 3rd, they were able to bring him back for this inning. Currently, the score is 2 to Waiakea, 0 Kamehameha. So next batters up for Kamehameha are number 3, Kamakaili, number 10, Shiloh Santos, and number 15, Iokepa Martinez. Kamehameha hoping to build up some momentum so they can get the rally they need to even up the score. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Ball called in the outside corner. And we have a strike swinging. Currently, the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we have a hit up the middle. Looks like it'll be short in center field, but it is caught by number 10, Jesse Inoue. Currently up to bat for the Kamehameha Warriors, number 10, Shiloh Santos. I just noticed a little detail on the back of their pants on their belt loops has a little Kamehameha logo. That's pretty nice. First pitch called strike. Two strikes on the batter with one out and nobody on. Ball called on the outside corner. Another ball called on that outside corner. So currently the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the third ball in a row. Unfortunately, at my angle, I was unable to see if that was low or if that was outside. And a 4th ball is called, leading to a runner on base. So right now there is 1 out with 1 runner on base. Up to bat right now, number 15, Waiakea Martinez. First pitch called ball. A bunt is shown, and the ball is bobbled by the catcher. However, he keeps it in front, so the runner does not advance. We're looking at 2 balls, no strikes on this batter. A fake bunt is done, and 1 strike is put on the batter. Count is 2-1. Strike is called. Another ball called on the batter. Foul ball straight back into the net. Able to keep himself alive with that hit. So count is 2-2 with a runner on first base and 1 out. Slight delay in order to receive the ball. So we do see some action in the Kamehameha bullpen. Yep. 2 pitchers warming up. Two and 2 is the count. And we have a fall ball, keeping the battle going. Next pitch coming in. We have a hard hit to shortstop. Toss to second base. Are they going for the double? Not in time. Oh, there is not in time. However, both the runner and the first baseman thought he was out. So the first baseman started running in, assuming that it was the third out of the play, and the first base runner was taking a very large arch in order to slow himself down. He was able to beat him out, and the throw play was stopped. That is a fielder's choice for Kamehameha. We now have 2 outs, runner on 1. Coming up to bat right now is number 28, Dayton Hansen. We have a ball called, but the catcher is able to dig that and prevent it from getting past. That was a nice block there by the catcher, number 22. One and no count. We have a foul ball going straight back. And it does look like we are starting to have a bit of a drizzle return. Currently the count is 1-1. Another grounder going to shortstop. No play at 2, but going for a play at 1 and is able to get the out. That was a nice read by the first baseman, number 21, Clemson Julian, who was able to make the adjustment on the base to get the out that they needed. With that, we have 2 complete innings in the game. Waiakea Warriors with 2 runs, Kamehameha Warriors with 0. Coming up to bat for Waiakea, we have 3, 4, and 5. Third batter, number 5, Ivor Brooks. Fourth batter, number 14, Boston Kobayashi. And fifth batter, number 21, Clemson Julian. It does look like we might have a pitching change for Kamehameha. So number 10 is no longer pitching. Currently we are looking at number 5, Noah Palea. Now he was their first baseman last inning. So he is currently now pitching. It looks like we have number 10, who was the pitcher, is now at first base. So we see a little bit of a defensive change right there. Trying to keep it moving. The advantage of having multiple pitchers is that as soon as a team is able to get a rhythm, you can disrupt it by changing the pitcher. And it's part of a game plan. It would not be a surprise if a baseball team uses 3 to 4 pitchers in a game. Usually you have your starting pitcher, your mid-game pitcher, and your closer. And there's a lot of different ones that you'll have. And they'll play however many innings are needed. It's rare that you'll see a baseball pitcher do a complete game, unless they're having a really good game. Everyone wants that. And here you can see that we have a pretty big crowd here tonight for this Division I BIF Championship game. It does help that it is a east side game where we have Waiakea and Kea'o campuses nearby. So all the families are able to come and cheer on the students on the field. So currently up to bat for Waiakea is number 5, Ivor Brooks. Last time he was up to bat, he did have a hard hit up the middle. You see a foul ball down the right field side. Starting off aggressive once again. So we have 0-2, hit directly back to the pitcher. Pitcher takes their time and is able to get the out at first base for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat right now is number 14, Boston Kobayashi. Now, there actually was an article that came out in Sports Illustrated, I would say, many, many years ago, at least 15 years ago, where they talked about how one of the most difficult things to do in sports is to be a baseball and softball pitcher, because you have to not only pitch, but as soon as you release the ball, become a fielder. Now, I'm not saying it's the hardest. There are other harder ones. Catcher is harder than pitcher. But it is one of those positions where fielding is difficult to do as soon as you release, because you're off balance and things along those lines. So when you see a pitcher field the ball cleanly, they need to take their time to throw, or they might lose their momentum and overthrow the ball. And we have a strike with a little bit of a bobble by the catcher. No one's on base, so no harm done there. So we have a 1-1 count with 1 out. And we have a hit by pitch. So first runner on base for this inning, hit by pitch. And we can see that one was pretty clean in his side. I wish I could say that there was an easier spot to get hit, and I will be honest, the leg is probably your best bet for least painful spot to get hit, as long as it's in the thigh. I've been hitting the shin, not as much fun. So you're secretly hoping for that muscle be hit. Unfortunately, he did seem to get hit in the ribs. So 1 out. Up to bat right now is number 21, Clemson Julian. We have a ball in the outside corner. Now, the difference between the last pitcher and this pitcher is the fact that this pitcher is a righty, which means that their back is to the first base runner. So pickoffs are a little bit more difficult because you have to keep their eyes on them. We have a hard hit up the middle. Going to the center fielder. Center fielder is able to cleanly field it and bring it into their cut. That is the second hit of the game for Julian. We now have runners on first and second with only 1 out. Up to bat right now is number 18, Gerald Alston. He walked last time he was up to bat, so he's looking forward to showing what he's able to do at this at bat. Pitch coming in. First pitch called ball outside. I will say I will remember him more now as he's on the bases, because he does have bright pink gloves, and it does make it easy for us to distinguish him from the others. Ball called in the outside corner, 2-0. We have a strike with a pop-up. It does seem that the first baseman is able to get under it, and no tags are made. So with that, that is 2 outs in this half inning with runners on first and second. Currently coming up to bat is number 22, Tyson Barula. Now, last time he did fly to do a pop fly to the shortstop, and that ended the first inning. Pitcher steps off the mound with a possible attempt to pick off at 2, but his second baseman was not there, so there was no play. Pitch to the batter. Looks to be in left field, going left center. Center fielder is underneath it and is able to make the catch. The catch is made by Waiakea, number 3, for the Kamehameha Warriors, and the inning. So at the end of the first half of the third inning, Waiakea was able to get 1 hit, but left 2 runners on base. Coming up for Kamehameha, we have number 1, Brock Ayudan, which is the 9th batter. And then we go back to the top of the lineup with number 7, Justin Kubojiri, and number 11, Braden Gomes. Waiakea is still keeping their pitcher, which is number 9, Logan Duran. Okay, here we are at the bottom of the third inning. Up to bat right now is oh, apparently we haven't changed the lineup. I apologize. Number 30, Kaikoa Nobrega. So we have a fly ball to right field for the first out, caught by the right fielder, number 1, Brock Ayudan. So we are now back at the top of the lineup for Kamehameha, number 7, Justin Kubojiri. First pitch is a ball. Now last time up to bat, he was hit by a pitch, so he did receive a free base, but he was picked off at third on an attempted steal. And as we can say, just like last time, he keeps his toes, he's still in the batter's box, but his toes are grazing that inside line, which is actually kind of hard to see right now since people have been sliding at the home plate. So he stays in his zone, but it does eliminate that really tight inside corner because you might risk hitting the batter. Currently 3-0, and we can see that happening here because they're not throwing inside to him, they are reaching that outside corner in order to prevent hitting him again. But right now we have a 3-0 count. And there is the 4th ball. So we now have 1 runner on base with 1 out. I like a little bit of like sportsmanship at first base. So up to bat right now is number 11, Braden Gomes, coming in with a .297 batting average. He was First pitch is a strike. Swinging and missing for the second strike. And we have a high bouncer grabbed by the pitcher. Unfortunately, it is overthrown, and we see the runner at first did slip on the grass, and we have a bobble by the right fielder. So the runners are at third and first. So we saw that short play, and I don't know if that was the right call for the pitcher to make the to grab it, because he is moving in the opposite direction of first base. I feel like that one third baseman should have called him off, because he is moving towards first base while pitcher is moving away from first base. And because of that, we did see the overthrow happening by the pitcher to first base, and the right fielder was there to protect the bases. However, it happened that it happened to get a little bobble right there, which could have advanced the runner home, but they kept the runner at third just in case. So we have a situation with a first and third, which is a stealing situation. The runner at first may steal on this pitch in order to entice the catcher to throw all the way to second and allow the runner on third to score. But we will see what happens. Oh, we have a swing that unfortunately bounced off of the batter, therefore making it not in play. Oh, and 1 is the count with 1 out. So this could be a hit and run situation. We have, by the way, up to bat right now is number 5, Noah Palea. Last time he was up, he did attempt the bunt. That was the bunt that was caught by the catcher. So he could be trying for a bunt again, which could be a squeeze play or a sacrifice to move both runners into scoring position. But right now, he seems to be swinging. We have a hit into the 5-6 gap going to left field. Left fielder cleanly fields it in order to prevent the runner from advancing to third. We now have runners at first and second with only 1 out. That was a nice placement in that 5-6 gap. It did prevent runner at first from reaching third. If that was hit in the 3-4 gap, it would be a longer throw. So therefore, it would be a challenge. When you have runners at second and third, your goal is to hit to the right field side, because right fielder has to have the strongest arm, because they have to throw the furthest if they want to get the runner out at third or prevent it. 1 out. We have a swing and a miss to number 12, Keegan Pacheco. So we have 2 strikes, no balls. Pitcher is far ahead in the count. So we shall see what they do. They have a ball on the outside corner. There was a bit of a flinch from the batter, but he was able to keep his bat on his shoulder to prevent him from going for that pitch. a hard hit down the left field, the third base line. However, it is fall, which that could be a concern because if the ball is hit to the third baseman, there's an easy force play there and possibility of a double play. Oh, we have a ball, 2-2. It looked to be a little low. The best option to keep the rally going would be to hit it on the right side of the field because left side would allow for a force play at 3. And we have a strike with a tip leading to a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Up now is number 3, Kamakaili. Last time up to bat, flew out to the center fielder. So Ili is going to be trying his best to push this rally because right now Kamehameha was able to score 1 run, hoping to get a second to tie this game up. First pitch called strike. We have a fall ball straight back. 0-2 count. And 2 count to the batter with 2 outs. Pitcher steps off the mound. Swing and a miss to end the threat of Kamehameha to keep the score with Waiakea in the lead. In that inning, we had 1 hit with 1 run scored. It is now a 2-1 game. Waiakea maintains the lead. Coming up to bat for Waiakea is number 1, Tyson Honda, and then number 4, Hurley Soon, and then back up to the top of the lineup with number 10, Jesse Inoue. That's the most you can do, huh? So with the completion of 3 innings, we're about almost halfway through the game. Both teams are being very aggressive with their running as well as their attacking of the first pitch. So it should be interesting to see how this game continues and how the momentum keeps building. I will say it's a very pretty view to have the field with the lights and little trees in the background. Also, the tennis stadium is so quiet in comparison to how it was last week. So leading off for Waiakea is number 1, Kaisen Honda. Last time up to bat, grounded out to shortstop. Sorry, I apologize. He actually flew out to second base. First pitch is a strike. We have a hard hit to right field, but right fielder is parked underneath it and is able to make the catch. So the hit is caught by number 30, Kaikoa Nobriga. Up next for Waiakea is number 4, Hurley Sung. First pitch is a ball. Ball called on the outside, a little bit high. 2-0 count. Now last time this was a grounder hit to shortstop. So we'll see what Sung is able to do. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count. They're saying that that was a check swing that did break the playing field, therefore causing it to be a strike. It's good to see the catchers are making that call because sometimes people don't make it and it's very obvious they swung and the first base umpire is just waiting. Oh, and we have a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. There are times when I was a first base umpire and I was just like psychically trying to send a message to the catcher to call on me because I saw they had broken the playing field. And I was like, come on, I'm going to call him out. And they never did. Up to bat right now. We are back at the top of the lineup with number 10, Jesse Inoue. Starting off with a strike on the inside. Now, Waiakea did start off with a lot of momentum, but they have been kind of slowing down as the game progresses. They need to keep their energy up and keep pushing hard and keep being aggressive because that was what was working for them in that first inning. We have a nice hard hit, but it is down the right field line. Will they make the catch? No, it is outside of the field. So that was a good hustle by the different fielders, though. So 0-2 count with 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss for the third out of that inning. We are officially halfway through the game. Waiakea leads 2-1 against the Kamehameha Warriors. Coming up to bat for Kamehameha, we are starting with the sixth batter, number 10, Shiloh Santos, followed by number 15, Yokepa Martinez, and number 28, Dayton Hansen. Waiakea is keeping their pitcher on the mound for this inning. He seems to be doing pretty well against Kamehameha, so I guess they don't see a need to change him out just yet. It is interesting to see how things have changed so much since the early 2000s when I played. Because You see changes with the baseball uniform. Now we see the long pants. You see the changes in safety equipment. Seeing the batters coming in with the elbow guard like we see here with number 10, Shiloh Santos. He has the elbow guard to help protect from any balls that he might get beamed by. You will see the addition of sometimes having face guards. Swing and a miss for the first pitch. So it's interesting seeing how the safety mechanisms have grown. Yeah, but I am from the generation where you walked off concussions. So it's a good thing that things have gotten safer. Second strike called. Now, last time that Santos was up to bat, he was walked. Ball caught in the outside corner. Ball called. 2-2 count with no outs. Third strike called looking. Now that is the fourth strikeout of the game here for number 9, Logan Duran. So he seems to be building himself up. Currently up to bat is number 50, Iokepa Martinez. So we shall see how things progress with this game. First pitch called ball. And another play, the third one of this game. Hard hit to right field. Right fielder's underneath it and able to make the catch. That was a nice catch there by number 1, Kaisen Honda. Coming up to bat right now is number 28, Dason Hansen. Last time he was up to bat, he hit a grounder to the shortstop. We currently have 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch called ball. Foul ball. Ball caught on the outside corner. Foul ball straight back into the net. 2-2 count. So that is the end of the inning. After 4 complete innings, Waiakea 2, Kamehameha 1. Coming up to bat for Waiakea in the top of the 5th will be their 2, 3, 4 batters. First up will be number 2, Tayson Tamiya. Then number 5, Ivor Brooks. And then number 14, Boston Kobayashi. Kamehameha continuing with number 5 as their pitcher, Noah Palea. he currently has an ERA of .9. So that is pretty dang good. And he has done over 23.4 innings. Which, take the decimal points with a little bit of grain of salt, because it depends on who is calculating it. Some people will just say like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 based off how many outs there were, while some will go 0.3, 0.6. It depends on who is doing the scorekeeping and keeping stats. So at the very least, he's down 23 and a half innings. So up to bat once again for Waiakea is number 2, Tayson Tamiya. Last time he was up to bat, he hit a line shot to right field. Unfortunately, it was caught. First pitch called ball outside. We have a fly ball into left field. Left fielder is unable to make the catch. That was a nice attempt there by the Kamehameha left fielder, number 12, Keegan Pacheco. That was a nice attempt, unfortunately unable to secure the out. It was just a little bit short, bouncing before his glove, allowing for the first base runner of this inning with a single. Currently up to bat is Ivor Brooks, number 5. Last time up to bat, he did hit straight back to the pitcher. But he has also had a hard hit up the middle in the first inning. So he does seem to be liking that up the middle area. He currently has 1-1 on his count. One pitch is not thrown, and instead it is attempt for a pickoff at first base. Pickoff is unsuccessful. Attempt at a bunt, however, it is foul. That was an interesting choice to not pull back because the ball was at his eyeballs. But it would have been a good placement with it being on the first base line because everyone wouldn't have a direct shot. And first base is one of the harder positions to get the bunt because they have to throw behind them. So waiting on the first base line is a smart idea. Coming in with a 1-2 pitch. Another pickoff attempt, but not in time. We have a steal, but a nice stop by the first baseman, able to get the out at first and prevent it from going through the 3-4 gap. Runner does advance, so that was a fielder's. That was a sacrifice grounder. A good placement. That was a nice stop there by number 10, Shiloh Santos, in order to prevent that ball from making it to the outfield and able to get that out at first. Currently up to bat is number 14, Boston Kobayashi. Strike called on the inside corner for the first pitch. 0-1 pitch coming in. Pitcher steps off the mound with the attempt to get a runner at 2, but no play was to be made. Pitcher steps off the mound again. His middle infielders were not in position, so there was no possibility of an attempt at 2. 0-1 count, currently on the batter. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. 0-2. Once again steps off the mound. We have a hard hit caught by the third baseman. Attempts for the double play, is unable to make it in time. Now there are 2 outs on the play. That was a nice solid catch there by number 11, Braden Gomes. And attempted to get runner at 2. However, the runner had froze on the hit, so was able to get back in time to prevent a double play. Currently up to bat is number 21, Clemson Julian. First pitch ball in the outside corner. Ball in the outside corner, 2-0. Three balls on the batter, 3 balls, no strikes. So once again, will he take one or will he go for it? So we do have the coach coming out to talk to the pitcher. So no pitching change at this time. Probably just trying to figure out what the move is. Now, Julian has done 2 solid hits, one down the right field line and one up in the 8-9 gap. So they might be trying to throw around him in order to get to the next batter who flew out to the first baseman last time. So they might be trying to maneuver that. But we shall see what the play is. And we have 3-0 count. With 2 outs. First strike is called against the batter with a 3-1 count. Strike is called low outside for a full count, 3-2. Thrown inside is hit. He definitely pulled that. It was hit on the right field line. Full count, 2 outs. Runner on second. Outside corner. So now with 2 outs, they have runner on first and second. Up to bat is number 18, Gerald Alston, who had a fly had walked his first at bat and hit a fly ball to first base in his second at bat. We have 2 outs and runner on first and second. Waiakea hoping to extend their lead here. We have a hard hit to the shortstop, but it is bobbled. And unfortunately, an error occurs with the shortstop, leading to bases loaded with 2 outs. Bases are loaded with 2 outs on the board. Up right now is number 22, Tyson Barilla, who has had 2 flyouts to shortstop and center field. Right now, the goal is to hit a hard grounder in one of the gaps to force the outfielders to have to throw the ball and stop them from scoring. Any grounders on the infield could lead to an easy play, considering all the bases are loaded. It's the closest base is what they have to target. The fly ball is catchable. So their hope is either the 5-6 or the 3-4 gap. We have a fly ball. Right fielder is getting underneath it, and it is caught to end the Waiakea attempt at scoring. The Waiakea rally ends after 1 hit and 3 runners left on base. So we are in the bottom of the 5th inning right now. Coming up to bat will be number 30, Kaikoa Nobriga. And then we will be back at the top of the lineup with number 7, Justin Kobojiri, and then number 11, Braden Gomes. So up to bat right now is Kaikoa Nobriga. Last time up to bat had a hard fly ball out to right field. Kamehameha hoping to get something started here to close the gap between Waiakea and Kamehameha. First pitch is a ball low. Two and one is the count. Strike called, 2-2. Foul ball. Strike three called looking for the 5th strikeout of this game. One out. We have a hard hit down the third base line, foul. We're up to number 7, once again top of the lineup with Justin Kobojiri. He came into this game with a .452 batting average, which is insanely good. Strike called, 0-2. He technically does not have the highest batting average on his team, but that's because one of his teammates had only one hit and one at bat, so it is 1,000. But you should keep that record because no one needs to know how many at bats you had. Hard hit up the middle, a nice attempt by the shortstop to keep it on the infield, but unfortunately it does make it past. That was a good attempt by Ivor Brooks to lay it down. Fortunately, it did get past him. So that is a single up the middle for Kobojiri. We now have a runner on first base with one out Up to bat now is number 11, Braden Gomes. We do have time called by the pitcher. Apparently he had to take some jewelry off. Or something. Definitely. Bunt attempt, but a ball is called. He's able to pull back in time. We have a pass ball leading to the runner advancing to second into scoring position. Bunt is shown and pulled back again for a 3-0 count. Now Gomes has walked in the first inning, and he had that short hit towards between the first pitcher and third baseman last time at bat. And we have another walk. We have one out with a runner at first and second, so forced play can be called. We now have a coach coming out to the field. Up to bat right now for Kamehameha is number 5, Noah Palea. So conference is over and the pitcher remains on the mound. So we have runners at first and second with one out. First pitch is called strike with the Now with Palea, he did have a hit to a field last time at bat, and the bunt attempt. Ball in the outside corner. Line drive straight back. 1-2 count. 2-2 count. Ball called to the inside. We have a fly ball down the right field line, and it is out of bounds, so unable to be caught. Two and two count. So we have full counts, 1 out, runners on first and second. And we have a swing and a miss to get that second out of the inning. Coming up to bat now, we have number 12, Keegan Pacheco, who's coming into the game with a .333 batting average, but currently has 2 strikeouts on the game. So you know that he is hoping that he can bring in the run that will tie the game up between Waiakea and Kamehameha right now. First pitch is a ball, blocked by the catcher. Good job of the catcher to make sure the ball stayed in front, so there was no possibility of stealing. With 2 outs, you want to keep the runners in force play position, so first and second. That way, any of your infielders can throw to whatever base is nearest to them to get the out that is needed. We have a fly ball to right field. Is the right fielder able to get it? No, it is past the right fielder. Grabbed on 1 ball, and 1 run is coming in. So 3 runs were able to score off of that hit for a triple, or for a double, with 3 RBIs for Pacheco. You know that he was hoping for the best, considering his last at bat, and he was hoping that he could bring in the runs necessary for his team to be successful. And hitting it down the right field side meant that his right fielder had to throw very far. Now, that was a really good read by the right fielder for Waiakea, number 1, Kaisen Honda. He was able to catch it on 1 bounce and bring the ball in fast enough to prevent Pacheco from getting a triple, which then would put him closer to scoring, only 90 feet away. So he did a really good job getting that ball in to prevent any more runs from scoring. And this is a good job right here by the pitcher, number 9, Logan Doran, to come back from that pitch and start with a strike. So up to bat right now is number 3, Kamakaili. Strike swinging. Catcher once again is doing a good job keeping that ball in front to prevent any possibility of getting that runner within a close scoring position. We have an 0-2 count. Last time Ely was up, he did strike out, but he has also hit the ball hard up the middle towards center field. Get out of that inning, we have another strikeout the 7th strikeout of the inning. But that inning does give Kamehameha the 2 runs they need to take the lead in this game as we go into the 6th inning. Waiakea needs to stop the momentum that we see Kamehameha picking up from last inning. What that's going to mean is coming in strong this inning with their first person up to bat being number 1, Kaisen Honda. Up after him will be number 4, Hurley Soon. And then back to the top of the lineup with number 10, Jesse Inoue. So it does seem that there might be some mud on the mound. So what they're probably using right now is this quick dry, which is basically like fancy kitty litter, and it's going to absorb a lot of the moisture in order to allow for it to be solid and strong for pitchers. And if you were ever curious as to who is the most nitpicky out of every single player on the field, it will be a pitcher. The mound has to be right, or you're going to change. It's going to change how you throw. And that is necessary, because if the mound's too high, you are now throwing at a different angle. If it's too soft, you're going to be dipping down into the dirt. So having these things like the quick dry and stuff like that will allow for a stronger mound to give you a better throwing platform. And sometimes if you're a pitcher, you intentionally destroy the mound for the people who are after you. Because you don't care about them, you care about yourself. I've never done that. I totally have. I destroyed a mound once so bad, it was a practice mound, that I autographed it. And that's just normal for me. So here we go, going into the top of the 6th inning. Waiakea needs to respond to Kamehameha in order to build up that momentum again. Waiakea has been very aggressive in these past few innings, so hoping that they can bring that intensity here. Now, last time that Honda was up to bat, he did have a fly to right field. It was a hard hit, so hoping that this time he is able to find the gap somewhere. First pitch called strike. Swing and a miss. Going a little aggressive on that swing. Now there is debate by some people if it is the speed of the bat or if it's the contact of the bat. So it's debated on what's the better practice. Swing faster or swing harder. But it only works if you make contact. We have a 1-1 count. Oh, sorry, 1-2 count. Apologize there. They're going to call for a check. And they are saying that he did not swing. So we now have a 2-2 count. Now remember, it's crossing the home plate and it's breaking of the wrist. So his wrist did not break. And if he's behind the plate, you have a lot more room to work with. Hard hit going into the shortstop. Shortstop double shot. And they're able to get the out at first base. A little close for comfort considering the pump by the shortstop, but he is able to throw in time to get the out. First out is made by the Warriors, to the Warriors. Currently up to bat is number 4, Hurley Soon. Oh, sorry. It appears that there is a batting change. Now up to bat is number 17. Number 17 is Cole Silva. So you have a batting change with Cole Silva. First pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss for the second pitch, 1-1 count. Check swing, but no checking there, so it is remaining a ball, 2-1 count. Hard hit foul for the second strike. Hopefully all the cars that are parked in the parking lot are good, including mine. I would like to make sure that my car is good. Here we go with the 2-2 count. Another fall ball battling off. Count remains 2-2. Hard hit going right into the shortstop and caught for the second out. We're now back at the top of the lineup with number 10, Jesse Inoue. Now Jesse is the first batter. He has mostly hit towards the left field side, looking at his first at-bat hitting to third baseman, and then his second at-bat being that short hop towards the third baseman that he was able to beat out to first base. And then he struck out last time, so he is hoping that he is able to find the gap this time. Ball is hit into the air. Second baseman is trying to get underneath it. And he is able to make the catch to end the inning for the third out. So after the top of the sixth, no runners were able to make it on base, so no runs, no hits, no errors. Coming in the bottom of the sixth for Kamehameha, we will be starting off with number 10, Shiloh Santos. Next will be number 15, Iokepa Martinez. And then number 28, Dayton Hansen. We do see a pitching change in the works for Waiakea. Number 4 is now on the mound. Number 4 is so Hurley Soong, who was playing in center field, has now come in to be the pitcher. And I cannot tell you if the pitcher is now in center field. I cannot read that far. But he looks tall, so my guess is yes. So we have a new pitcher coming in with Hurley Soong. So get a few extra pitches with your first at bat. So coming up in the lineup for the Warriors, or for the Kamehameha Warriors, is batter number 6, which is Shiloh Santos, who has walked and struck out so far this game. So, he is hoping that he will be able to earn a hit this game to help extend the lead between Kamehameha and Waiakea. Ball throw on the inside. Strike call for a 1-1 count. Ball thrown tight inside, a little bit high. With a 2-1 count. Okay, we have a time. I must say, that is a very prominent Hawaiian flag on the Waiakea Warriors jersey. High for ball 3. Full count with 3-2. We shall see what Santos is able to do. Because remember, his first at bat was a walk, and his second at bat was a strikeout. So, is he going to get the hit that he he wants and he is hoping for to get his team on the bases so that they're able to score more runs? Let's see. Oh, we have a base on balls. Now he is able to get on base to help start off the inning with a runner on first. That was a good job there by Santos to be able to read the ball in order to make sure that he was able to get a runner on base. Number 15 is at the bat, Yokepa Martinez. So far, he has made him on base the first time by a fielder's choice after hitting into shortstop, and he had a hard fly to right field last time he was up to bat. Starting off with the ball here. Able to get the pick off at first base. That was a nice play there by the catcher for the Waiakea Warriors, number 22, Tyson Baruela. Able to pick off the first base runner after taking quite a large lead. So that removes the runner from the bases, allows for 1 out, nobody on, with the first pitch being thrown, which I believe was a ball. So 2 balls on the batter. Strike is called. Second strike is called. So, looks like 2-2, or is it 3-2? I got too excited by the pickoff play to remember the count. We have a fly ball. Looks like it's short to right field. 3 players are going in. And that was a little tight, but it was caught by the second baseman, and that was very close together. I hope they were communicating with each other, because the worst thing that could happen is a collision, and I do not want that to happen. So that was a good catch there by the second baseman, number 2, Tayson Tamiya. So we have 2 outs going in to number 28, Dayton Hansen. first pitch is a called strike. We have a swing and a miss for the second strike of this batter. Current count is 0-2. So we have no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs on the field. Ball is called outside. Before I make a comment, I was waiting to see what happened. So they were checking to see if he went for the ball, if that was a drop third strike situation. But it looks like the umpire behind the plate was calling a foul ball. So that is what was going on. So it's currently a 2-2 count. Now that is a drop third. And he was able to get the tag, so it was a drop third called strike. So right now, this could be the end of the game, or it could be the start of a Waiakea rally. Because we are in the top of the 7th inning right now. Waiakea needs to score 1 run this inning in order to stay alive. 2 runs to take the lead. Now, they're coming up with their second, third, and fourth batters, which are usually your power hitters. And of those 3, all 3 of them have had a hit this game so far. So up first is number 2, Tayson Tamiya, who hit a ball into the left center gap last inning. Up next is number 5, Ivar Brook, who hit a hard hit up the middle in the first inning to help score the first few runs. And then number 14, Boston Kobayashi, who hit a hard hit once again in the left center gap in order to help score the first run of the game. So at this moment, the first 3 batters are the power hitters. However, as I talk, there is currently a rain delay. Of course there is. We gotta make this game dramatic. Why would we make the game boring? Rain delays are more fun. But we will just see what happens. Should I pull up the weather report and it tells me how long until it's supposed to stop raining? It says chance of light rain in the next hour. Okay, so we're going to take a little mini break while we wait for the rain to stop. And as they are trying to save what they can of the field. So we are back after a short rain delay. As stated before, Waiakea needs to score 1 run in order to stay in the game. Now the struggle that we're going to have here is with a wet ball. It's going to be important for the pitchers to use the seams in order to get the grip they need to make the pitches be effective. Strike is called. We have a fly ball hit into left field. Left fielder did run in for it, but he was able to go back in order to make the catch. First out of the inning. There are 2 outs remaining the top of this inning. Waiakea needs to score within those 2 outs if they want to win the championship. If Kamehameha is able to hold them off, the game is over and Kamehameha will have the championship. Regardless, we will have a Warriors champion today. Will it be Waiakea or Kamehameha? We shall all find out together. Pitch is called a strike. So up to bat right now is number 5, Ivor Brooks, who came into this game today with a .385 batting average. And so far, he did have 1 hit. He's currently at a .333. So doing pretty well today. We see solid contact, hard balls hit. The ball is caught in the outside corner, 1-1 count. The goal for Waiakea is to try to hit the ball on the ground, because if it hits the grass, it gets wet. If the fielders are not able to get a good grip, there's a higher chance of them making a mistake. 2-1 is the count with the ball. Now, living on this side of the island, both teams definitely have some experience playing in the rain. So it comes down to who does it better. Hard hit, ball goes foul. I don't know where it went, but I heard a lot of oohing, so I'm guessing it went towards somebody. So Ivor's coming, hoping to get a solid hit here. Hit going into right field. Right fielder is unable to make the catch, giving Waiakea the first runner of the inning and the first hit. Hit is towards right field, hitting that single. Now, Basi Kobayashi has hit the ball solid 2 of the 3 times that he has been up to bat. The first time was in the 7-8 gap, allowing for the runners for him to get a double. This last time, it was a line drive to the third baseman. So if he is able to make a solid contact hit and put some pressure on Kamehameha, we will see what happens. Kamehameha needs to keep tight in their plays and make sure they make accurate throws and not rush. Strike is called. Right now, it's who can settle down and do what needs to be done to get the victory. Hard hit foul. 0-2 count. So the thing with an 0-2 count is that number 5, Noah Palea, has a lot of room to wiggle it, right? He has 4 balls until he walks the batter, so he can start throwing junk and hope that Basi Kobayashi is able to chase after those and not get the solid hit that he is able to. it was called ball by the umpire. 1-2. Based off the position, I'm assuming it must have been high. So 1-2 count coming in with 1 out. Ooh, ball high again. 2-2 counts. So now there's less wiggle room, so we know the pitcher has to tighten up in order to be close enough to get possibly a strike, but not so close that it is in hittable range. And we have a ball, but nice block by the catcher right there to prevent the ball from getting back and stopping the runner from advancing. We now have a full count with 1 out. Now is not the time for them to risk the first base runner by having him steal, because if it is a fly ball, he will have to tag up. And need to be safe right now because you cannot risk losing that main runner, because that's the tying runner on first. Hard hit down the right field line, and unfortunately it is foul. Now that is a great place. If you can hit down that right field line, that is the longest throw that you will see if it is right field to third base. Because you will never see a left fielder all over the corner throw to first base. Unless it's the runner that got really cocky and ran really far and had to tag up. So that's a good idea. We have a full count right now, 1 out. Let's see what happens here. And that was a little bit tense because, as we saw, the runner at first was stealing. So now the winning run for Waiakea is at first base, and the tying run is in scoring position. We do have the first base or the coach coming out onto the field, so we shall see what the play is for Kamehameha. Regardless of what side you are cheering for, we can all agree this has been a really good game. So, coach is going back, and we have the same pitcher on the mound, so no changes have been made in the field. Right up to bat right now is number 21, Clemson Julian. Now, Clemson Julian has been a pretty, 2 to 3 times he has made solid contact with the ball. First time going down the first base line, second time right field, right center gap, which, as we said, is a good area right now. And last time he did walk, so he waited for that line for him to get a lot of pitches before he was able to take the base. Ball thrown. With all the tension in the air right now, you can feel it in the crowd of like, is it going to be a ball? Is it going to be a strike? What's happening? It is quite tense here tonight. I can feel it, and I'm not even by people. Strike is called. Now, if you look at that home plate, if I were the pitcher or the catcher, I would actually ask if they could clean off home plate because it's pretty muddy, and you want to make sure that the plate is easily seen. So not only do you have a target, but the umpire can see where the zone is. 1-1 is the count. 1-2 is the count. Strike is called. So 1-2 is the count. We will see what happens with this pitch right here. A ball is called on the outside corner. We now have a 2-2 count. Two and two count coming in right here. Ball is called on the outside corner. We now have full count, runner on first and second with 1 out. The tying run is at first, and the winning run is at, tying run is at second, and the winning run is at first. Go ahead run is at the plate. Okay, we have a foul ball off that. Now, the one thing that we can say about Clepsa Julian is that he has been getting deep in his counts, meaning the pitcher has had to throw a lot to him. And he is fouling off the ones that he doesn't like. So he is hoping to get the ones that he does like. Definitely a tense game right now. A ball 4. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Okay, so up to bat right now. We have number 18, Gerald Alston, who so far has either walked on or got on base with errors. Which right now, a walk ties the game. Right now, with the bases loaded, tying run is at third, winning run is at second, and we have another rain delay. Come on! I agree with everybody in here booing. But, you know, it has to be for the safety of the players. Because we got to do what's safe. So it looks like our rain delay is over, and we are going to be finishing with what has been a very interesting game, to say the least. It is currently 3-2. Kamehameha has 3. Waiakea has 2. Waiakea is the visitors. So they need to score right now in order to keep the game going. If they are able to score 1 run, we have another half inning to play. If they're able to score 2 runs, we might have to play. We will see what happens. But if they want the game to continue past this half, they need to score 1 run, which is a possibility considering it is currently bases loaded with 1 out. Up to bat right now, we have number 18, Gerald Alston. Last time up to bat, he went on base based off an error, a hard hit to shortstop, which then led to him making it on base. Everyone in the crowd is hoping to see what is going to happen with the current situation. Runners on first, second, and third. Tying run at third, winning run at second, and go-ahead run at third. It is still the top of the top of the inning, so Kamehameha does have a play if it goes this way. Starting off with a strike. Oh, and 1 count. Ball caught on the inside, 1-1. Now I can't tell if you can see the home plate, but I cannot see it from up here. But I'm not close enough like the umpire is. Swing and a miss for the second strike. 1-2 is the count. Ball is called low outside. The 2-2 count. With 2-2 count. Call for a check. Umpire calls that he did not go. So we have a full count with 1 out. This is really showing the mental fortitude of number 5, Noah Palea, who is able to stay calm in a very stressful situation considering the bases are loaded and there's less than 2 outs. But he's still able to give a good effort here on the mound. And it is a hit by pitch. Waiakea has tied the game 3-3. Bases remain loaded with only 1 out. So with a hit by pitch, we now have a 3-3 game, leading to a tie. The go-ahead run is on third to help Waiakea obtain the lead. Coming up to bat right now is number 22, Tyson Baruela, who has hit towards the shortstop at every at-bat, except one time where he did strike out. To left center. Third base runner is tagging up and is able to make it. Waiakea has taken the lead in the game The runners at second and first are unable to advance with a sacrifice fly done by Barella into left field, causing the winning run to cross the plate. However, as a reminder, it is the top of the seventh. Kamehameha has the ability to respond. So right now, it does look like we are having a hitting change. Number 12 is coming in replace for Honda. This is Connor Wallace, who does have a 222 batting average, meaning every nine at-bats, 2 times he gets a hit, which is still a pretty good average. And he has a line shot. It is past the shortstop. They are running and rounding third, trying to get another run to score, but there is no play. An error by the shortstop, who picks up too early, allows the ball to get through, and an RBI is scored by number 12, Connor Wallace. They have replaced him at first base with Tyson Honda, who he is taking for. There is a chance, however, that an unsportsmanlike conduct might be called on Waiakea due to excessive celebration done after they scored. So there is a conversation being happened, because that has happened in other games. So I've seen where when someone has an excessive celebration, they will... I think the current conversation right now is either that or the second option, which is, was there an interference made by the runner at second? And because that was the question, right? He ran in front of the runner. Did that lead to him interfering in the play? And after a conversation, I guess depending on what it is, it was called safe, so the run does stand. So currently, Waiakea has 5 runs, and Kamehameha has 3. There is 2 outs on this play, which means that runners on first and second, it is a forced play. Your goal is to hit a grounder through the infield in order to score, because if it's in the infield, it is an easy tag play. So we shall see what happens. I think we have a batting change happening right now, because right now up to bat should be number 17, Cole Silva. But it looks like they are making a change and bringing back in number 4, Hurley Soong. Let's just say it's been a very interesting and entertaining half inning so far. We have a grounder to third. He is going for the play at first, and it is in time to end the inning. So right now, it is currently 5-3. Waiakea has the lead. Kamehameha has to respond. Now, they are 9-1-2. So their 9th batter, who has flied out to right field and struck it out once, is up to bat, which is number 30, Kaiko Nobriga. And then we are back at the top of the lineup, where we have number 7, Justin Kubodiri, and then number 11, Braden Gomes. So what Waiakea needs to do is, they currently have all of this adrenaline within them from scoring those necessary 3 runs to give them a solid lead. But they need to settle down in order to ensure that they are able to make the plays that they need to make. Because we already have seen Kamehameha be very aggressive and score the runs they needed to get ahead. So we shall see what happens when it comes down to this last half inning. Regardless, after this half, we will most likely have a champion. It will be a Warrior. But will it be the Waiakea Warriors or the Kamehameha Warriors? Or it could actually be a tie, but that would be intense. Hey, it's already getting late. So here we go. Up to bat right now is number 30, Kaikoa Nobriga, who so far has flied out to right field and struck it out looking. So we will see if he is able to get the rally started for the Kamehameha Warriors. First pitch is called strike. Second pitch in the dirt. That was a good block by the catcher. Second ball thrown high. Pitcher and catcher need to work together here to find that zone and are able to take care of this batter. Ball three. Swing and a miss to make a full count. Full count, no outs, nobody on. First batter of the inning. As a reminder, Kamehameha needs to score 2 runs to tie the game, 3 to win it. And a strikeout looking is called. 1 out. We are now at the top of the lineup with number 7, Justin Kubojiri. Now, he has had a solid hit up the middle last at bat, and he has gotten on base based off pitcher error twice, whether it be hit by pitch or a base on balls. So he is someone who is going to go deep in the count. And as we are entering into the 7th inning, the pitcher is starting to get tired, and therefore you are able to take advantage of the mistakes that he makes. A little tight on the inside for a ball. Now, the unfortunate thing is that what I've noticed so far is when it comes to lefty pitchers or lefty batters, we are seeing a bit of a struggle here from Soong. Ball in the outside corner, 2 balls. So he does need to tighten it up a little bit in order to make sure that he is able to help his team get the outs that he needs in order to be successful. Strike is called, 3-1. Base on ball. First runner of the inning for the Kamehameha Warriors. Now up to bat, we do have number 11, Braden Gomes. Braden Gomes has gotten on base every single time, twice for walking and once for an error caused by the pitcher. So he has yet to earn his base yet. So we will see what happens. First pitch called ball. We have time being called on the Waiakea side. So here we go. 1-0 count. A bunt is shown, but it's pulled back in time to receive a ball. 2-0 count. Strike is called. Another ball is called. 3-1 is the count. And we have a grounder to the pitcher, who throws to the second base in time. And a double play is made by Waiakea in order to end the game. And with that, the Waiakea Warriors have given Kamehameha their first loss of the season, leading to Waiakea becoming the Big Island Interscholastic Federation champions for the Division I baseball. Final score is 5 for the Waiakea Warriors, 3 for the Kamehameha Schools of Hawaii Warriors. It was a very good game by both teams. They were able to put in a lot of really good effort. And in the end, Waiakea was able to rally in the last inning to get the necessary runs to be successful. Thank you for tuning in to this very entertaining Warrior Showdown. I hope you have a good night and make sure everyone gets home safely and enjoys their time home. Have a good night.
Waiakea Warriors, Division 1, KS Congratulations to Waiakea Hawaiʻi. This season, both teams best of luck in the state championship tournament. Thank you all for coming. Drive safe and long time.
The broadcast is brought to you by students of Hilo High School, KS Media.